Hi guys! So in this video I'm going to be sharing with you a very exciting one-pan meal prep guide. So 3 different recipes, each using just one pan. They're great all times of year, but especially during fall and winter when you want something warm and cozy. And I just love how easy they are to make because you literally put everything into one pan and that's it. And this video is actually sponsored by one of my favorite brands, Califia Farms. They make amazing oat milk and other non-dairy milks and beverages. They make a lot of great coffee products. They even have vegan yogurt, which I have used in another video in the past, links down below. Anyway, their oat milk is my absolute favorite. It's creamy, it only has 3 ingredients in it. In this video, I'm actually gonna use it for a very delicious sweet potato Brussels sprout casserole gratin. It's so delicious. I can literally eat the whole pan in one sitting by myself. So keep watching, we're gonna get started with our recipes. Let's start with that gratin. We're using Brussels sprouts, sweet potato, and Califia Farms oat milk. Start by cutting the tough base off of the Brussels sprouts. Once that's done, slice them as thinly as possible. You can do this with a sharp knife, but that will take a while. You could also do this using a mandolin, but the quickest way to do it is to use the slicing blade on your handy dandy food processor. Toss the sliced Brussels sprouts in a baking dish. Do the same with the sweet potato. It's also easiest to slice these in the food processor, but if you don't have one, you could also just do it by hand. Use your hands to toss the veggies so that they're evenly blended. In a mixing bowl, combine veggie broth, nutritional yeast, Dijon mustard, salt, pepper, and oat milk, and maple syrup. Whisk to combine and then pour it over the vegetables. Mince walnuts and then put them back into that same mixing bowl with panko breadcrumbs, salt, olive oil, and minced garlic. Stir well and then spread that evenly over the vegetables. Bake at 350 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes, rotating halfway through until the topping is golden. You can store it right in the baking dish. It's totally healthy comfort food. One thing I love about this one-pan meal prep is that 2 of them go in the oven, the other one is on the stove, so you can actually meal prep all these things simultaneously. That's what I do. I don't like to spend a ton of time in the kitchen because I don't have any right now. So now we're going to make the maple teriyaki tofu. One pan for all of that. It's amazing. Okay, so let's get started. Start by mincing ginger and garlic. Put that in a small mixing bowl and add arrowroot powder, coconut sugar, soy sauce, maple syrup, rice vinegar, sesame oil, and water. Stir well and make sure to break up any clumps from the arrowroot. We're using these fancy, gorgeous enoki mushrooms from the farmer's market. We're also using broccolini. Any mushrooms and veggies will work for this dish. Chop the veggies however you like them, and chop the tofu however you like it. Then toss them on a baking sheet with a drizzle of olive oil. And then spread them evenly over the sheet with the tofu. Everything should be in one single layer. Pour the sauce over the veggies and the tofu and bake for 20 minutes. Flip the tofu over and then bake it for another 10 minutes. And then you're done. Serve it along with the yummy sauce over rice. Feel free to triple this recipe. It's that addictive. So all of the recipes from this video are going to be on my blog and also in this week's meal prep guide. So if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I do a weekly meal prep guide, and I just share recipes that you should make every week to meal prep. If you follow them in the order that I suggest, it's more efficient and easier, and I also give ideas for mixing and matching the recipes as well, so you don't feel like you're eating the same thing every day. And of course, I share a shopping list because why not? I want to help make your life a little bit easier. I'm going to share, these recipes as part of the meal prep, along with a couple others that I do recommend to make at the same time, just so you feel like you have a complete week of meals. As always, links are down below. And for the last recipe, we're going to be making a recipe from my cookbook, Sweet Potato Soul. If you don't already have the cookbook, by the way, check it out. Link to purchase is down below. Okay, so we're going to be making jackfruit jambalaya. Jackfruit, chickpeas, rice, because it's a jambalaya, and lots of delicious vegetables. It is super easy to make this dish, but it's one of those dishes, like all of these dishes actually, that you can make and serve at a dinner party or for friends, but it's also easy enough to just make for a weeknight meal or, of course, for your meal prep. So let's do it! Chop your holy trinity: celery, onions, and green bell pepper. Then mince garlic and roughly chop and shred jackfruit. In a skillet, warm some oil, and then add the aromatics with a dash of salt to saute for about 3 to 5 minutes or until tender. Add chickpeas, diced tomato, rice, jackfruit, Creole seasoning, Worcestershire sauce, 3 bay leaves, black pepper, and veggie broth. Give that a stir and then bring it to a simmer. Cook for about 30 minutes or until the rice is nice and tender. Season to taste with salt and hot sauce. And then garnish with some fresh parsley. And that's all. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these recipes as much as I do. I think it's so much fun just, making everything in one pan. I just get a kick out of that now. I used to be so interested in cooking cooking dishes that have so many different steps and are a lot more complicated and a little bit more challenging, especially when I used to be a private chef. But now that I'm a mom and I'm working, I just don't have time for that. So I have just as much fun doing one pot and one pan dishes. So check these out. Let me know if you're going to try out my meal prep guide. Sign up for my newsletter as well, because I share these every week. I don't always share them on the blog, and I of course don't always share them on YouTube, but I do always share them every week on my newsletter. So there's a link down below to sign up for the newsletter so you don't miss a thing. Also, I want to say thank you to Calafia Farms for sponsoring this video. As I said before, I love them. Their oat milk is the absolute best. All of their non-dairy milks are incredible. So I highly recommend, if you haven't already discovered Calafia Farms, discover them now. Give them a try. The oat milk is incredible, and it's necessary for that gratin, which I know you are gonna make. So leave a thumbs up on this video if you want to see more meal prep videos in 2020. Also, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to share in 2020. So if you have any ideas for videos that you want me to make, share that down below too, because trust me, I can use the input and your creative ideas. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you guys next time. Bye!